best AI ETFs and index funds to watch right now. With a wide range of index funds and exchange-traded funds ETFs to suit various investor tastes, the AI investment market is flourishing. The Global X Robotics and AI ETF BOTZ, which has a 30.5% one-year return, and the Global X AI and Technology ETF AIQ, which has an impressive return of over 37% driven by AI growth, are noteworthy examples. The Direxion Daily Robotics AI and Automation Index Bull 2X shares UBOT targets aggressive investors with a remarkable 47.51% return, while the SPDR S&P Kensho New Economies Composite ETF KOMP delivers balanced performance with a low expense ratio of 0.2% for those looking for diversity. In this ever-changing industry, investors should customize their portfolios by taking performance, costs, and liquidity into account. Thematic ETF, Global X Robotics and Artificial Intelligence BOTZ. The Global X Robotics and Artificial Intelligence ETF BOTZ has shown impressive success as of October 2024, with a year-to-date YTD return of 13.2% and a one-year return of 30.5%. Its 5-year annualized return of 9.8% indicates a recent comeback, but its 3-year performance reveals a negative return of 4.7%. Assets under management. The BOTZ ETF has about $2.12 billion in assets under management AUM as of 2024. This significant sum shows that investors are very interested in and confident in the fund's emphasis on robotics and artificial intelligence. Expense ratio has an expense ratio of 0.68%, meaning that you will spend $6.80 in management fees every year for every $1,000 invested. Dividend yield. According to the BOTZ's most recent dividend payment, the current dividend yield is 0.15%. With the next dividend date of June 27, 2024, the most recent dividend payment was $0.47 per share. 29.9% volatility, liquidity. For investors who want to buy or sell shares with ease, the BOTZ ETF often provides decent liquidity. Because of its huge daily trading volume, which indicates that there are many buyers and sellers on the market, transactions can go smoothly. Furthermore, the ETF minimizes trading expenses due to its comparatively narrow bid-ask spread. Exponential Technologies ETF XT from iShares. History of performance. As of September 30, 2024, the XT ETF had returns 17.45% overall over the previous 12 months, which was just less than its benchmark return of 17.9%. In contrast to the benchmark's return of 0.11%, the XT ETF has returned an average of 0.27% during the last 3 years, indicating a time of volatility or stagnation. But over a longer time frame, it has done exceptionally well, yielding a 10.41% return over the last 5 years, $3.3 billion in assets under management. Ratio of expenses, 0.32%. Dividend yield. The trailing 12-month dividend yield is 0.43% as of September 2024. Volatility. The fund exhibits modest volatility with a 3-year standard deviation of 21.8%. Liquidity. As of October 2024, the fund's one-day trading volume was approximately 74,511 shares, indicating moderate liquidity that makes buying or selling shares comparatively simple. Global X Technology and Artificial Intelligence ETF AIQ. Performance history. With a 1-year return of more than 37%, the fund has done well. Increased investments in AI and big data firms, as these industries continue to grow, are largely responsible for this outstanding result. AIQ oversees more than $2 billion in assets under management AUM. Expense ratio. For a specialized themed ETF, AIQ's expense ratio of 0.68% is rather normal. Dividend yield. Because the ETF mostly concentrates on growth companies rather than income creation, it has a low dividend yield of 0.17%. The standard deviation of its volatility is 2.79%. Liquidity. AIQ's average spread is approximately 3.07%, which is comparatively large and suggests that trading expenses may be greater than those of more liquid ETFs. Kensho New Economies Composite ETF KOMP SPDR S&P. Performance history. Although there has been significant fluctuation in the 3- and 5-year performances, this AI ETF has produced an average return of almost 9.7% over the last year and a year-to-date YTD return of about 6.25%. Assets managed. As of October 2024, KOMP was in charge of assets valued at almost $2 billion. With an expense ratio of 0.2%, investors can afford it. Dividend yield, with yearly distributions of $0.58 per share, this is approximately 1.17%. 1.20% volatility liquidity, approximately 134,000 shares are traded daily. iUBOT stands for iShares U.S. Technology ETF. Performance history. iUBOT has a 14.05% return over 3 years and a 25.31% return over 5. The total assets under management are $19.21 billion. The expense ratio, which is set at 0.39% and is regarded as quite low, lets investors keep a larger portion of their profits. The dividend yield for the previous 12 months is 0.33%. Volatility. iUBOT exhibits notable price swings as evidenced by its 3-year standard deviation of 24.59%. With an average daily trading volume of more than 652,000 shares, the First Trust Nasdaq Artificial Intelligence and Robotics ETF ROBT is extremely liquid, making it simple to purchase and sell. As of October 2024, the assets under management totaled at $451.94 million. The expense ratio of this ETF is 0.65%, which is marginally more than the typical cost of thematic ETFs. The yield on dividends, 0.26% performance. The fund's year-to-date performance as of September 2024 is 3.46%, with a 3-year return of 6.07% and a 5-year return of 7.05%. Volatility. ROBT appears to undergo more substantial price fluctuations than the market, as evidenced by its 200-day volatility of 22.62% and beta of 1.22. Liquidity. The ETF has respectable liquidity for investors with average daily trading volumes of about 63,358 shares. TNHQ is the Robo Global Artificial Intelligence ETF. Performance history. Thanks produce a robust 37.02% one-year return. Assets under management according to recent sources, TNHQ's AUM changed by $63.33 million over 1 year. Cost ratio. The fund's cost ratio stands at 0.68%. Dividend yield. At this time, Thanks does not distribute dividends. Volatility. Thanks exhibits greater volatility than the overall market, with a beta of 1.25, suggesting that it might see more significant price fluctuations. Liquidity. With a recent trading volume of 5,904 shares, the fund's liquidity is respectable, but not as strong as that of larger funds. BOTZ shares of the Direxion Daily Robotics Artificial Intelligence and Automation Index UBOT. Performance history. UBOT has had a plus 47.51% one-year return as of October 2024. Assets under management The AIR fund has about $31.44 million in assets under management as of September 30, 2024. Expense ratio. The cost of operating this leveraged fund is reflected in the comparatively high net expense ratio of 1.38%. Dividend yield. In September 2023, the fund announced a $0.432 quarterly payout. Volatility. Because UBOT is leveraged, is a highly volatile exchange-traded fund ETF that is susceptible to significant swings in either direction, depending on the daily performance of its underlying index. Liquidity. With 5.94K shares recently traded, it has a comparatively modest trading volume, suggesting that there is minimal liquidity for individual investors. The WTAI stands for Wisdom Tree Artificial Intelligence and Innovation Fund. Performance history. As of October 2024, WTAI had a 15.54% one-year return over the previous 12 months. Assets under management, WTAI had $196.83 million in assets as of September 2024. WTAI's expenditure ratio stands at 0.45%. Payout yield. With an annual payout of roughly $0.05, the fund has a dividend yield of 0.24%. Volatility. Although current data could not readily provide quantitative metrics like standard deviation or beta, WTAI shows volatility characteristic of tech ETFs. Greater market risk is indicated by the strong growth focus. With over 16,000 shares traded per day, WTAI has respectable liquidity, allowing investors to initiate and exit positions without experiencing any major problems. Robotics and Autonomous Technology ETF ARKQ. Performance history. Its performance has been erratic, with notable reductions in 2022 when it fell by about 46% and big returns in other years such as 2020, when it gained over 100%. As of October 2024, its year-to-date liquidity return is roughly 5.94%. The total assets under management AUM of ARKQ as of October 2024 are $1.32 billion. ARKQ's spending ratio is 0.75%, which is comparatively higher than average. Dividend yield. At 0.2%, the fund's dividend yield is rather modest. Volatility. Because of its emphasis on cutting-edge and innovative technology, this ETF is very volatile. Its higher risk profile is shown by the significant drawdowns it has experienced, particularly during market downturns. Liquidity. RKQ is reasonably easy to trade due to its high level of liquidity, which is demonstrated by its 30-day average trading volume of over 131,000 shares. In conclusion, there are many different investment options available in the current landscape of AI ETFs and index funds, each with unique performance records, expense ratios, and liquidity profiles. While some alternatives such as the Direxion Daily Robotics AI and Automation Index BOTZ iShares UBOT offer leveraged exposure with increased volatility, other options such as the Global X Robotics and AI ETF BOTZ and the iShares Exponential Technologies ETF XT exhibit strong growth potential. To match their investments with their risk tolerance and financial objectives, investors should carefully evaluate the performance measures, management expenses, and market volatility of each fund. All things considered, these funds provide intriguing opportunities for investors hoping to profit from the rapidly growing AI industry. Enjoyed the content? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates. Drop a comment below. We'd love to hear from you.